During the COVID-19 crisis, millions of Americans were put out of jobs and had to apply for the welfare system. However, just as many were denied. We were all hit by COVID-19, and if you were like me, you lost your job. And when you tried to apply for any sort of welfare help, you were denied. The American welfare system needs to be redesigned instead of something that people regularly rely on to something that helps promote independence. There are three main points I'm going to go over. The first is how many people regularly rely on the welfare system. The second will be what changes we can make to the welfare system. And the last is how those changes reflect what God would want us to do. Now I shall begin with how many people are currently on the welfare system. The amount of people who are currently on it is astounding. It's over 21% of all the Americans. That's 52.2 million people. And out of those 52.2 million people, only 31% are on it for less than a year. The majority participate for more than 3 years. And the studies have shown that the amount increases by 2% every single year, the total amount of people who participate. With this ever rising number, there are many changes we need to make. So that brings me to my next point. To start with, on many of the welfare systems, there's no time limit for how long a person can participate. There's not a large amount of accountability for those who are participating, and there's not a large amount of resources that help promote independence. The first thing we should change is the time limit. For example, for housing assistance, once you're approved, as long as you stay in the same location that you've been approved at, you can continue to use it indefinitely. We could change this by limiting it to 1 year and decreasing the amount of money someone receives every single month. So by the end, it's at 0. That way it builds accountability for those who are taking part of the program to find that additional income to pay for their housing. With unemployment, the only accountability is applying to 2 jobs a month. Although unemployment does provide a resource that you can put your resume into, that's about it, and it's not even required for those who are on unemployment to do. And what we could do to increase accountability is make those on unemployment use that resource. We could also add additional resources like a resume building tool, or even interviewing skills, online modules to help people learn the skills they need to interview for good jobs. We could also privatize the welfare system. There's already companies out there that are doing that, like the Housing Assistance Council. The way that they work it is it's a limited time you can be on there. They're designed to be loans, not just money that's given out. They've increased the way people are found accountable for these systems, and we could easily privatize it and have just the government give out grants to these companies. And these changes can reflect what God has taught us. So that brings me to my third point. One quote that comes to mind is that the man of God may be completely, thoroughly equipped for every good work. This quote teaches us that we should learn the skills that we need in order to be successful in life. The way that the welfare system is currently designed, it just provides for us, it doesn't teach us how to provide for ourselves. Another quote is, "In all labor there is profit, but idle chatter leads only to poverty." The way our welfare system is set up right now, it's just idle chatter, continuing on and not helping those build a profit. Overall, there are far too many people relying on the welfare system. There's a great deal of change that we need to make to these systems, and those were just a few ways we could start. Now, to end, I'm going to leave you with a few words. I'm sure you've all heard the quote, "If you give a man a fish, you feed them for a day. But if you teach a man a fish, you feed them for a lifetime." This is the way that the welfare system should be set up. right now it's set up, it's just providing a fish every single day, when in reality, we should be providing tools in order for them to learn how to provide fish for themselves. Thank you for your time.